Food is more expensive as the CPI goes up. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.Heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee and let's have a look at this latest data from the Australian Bureau of Statistics regarding the Consumer Price Index. And, well, surprise, surprise, it's gone up. They've got the inflation. On a year-per-year basis, it's up 0.7%. On a quarterly basis, it's up 1.6%. Now, the most interesting thing is the forecast. Because you have a look here, you've got the consensus, the market consensus, and then the trading economics forecast. Trading economics were forecasting 0.6%. The consensus was 0.7%. So the consensus is right on the money. And they haven't been doing too badly. They predicted a fall, and we got one. And they predicted a rise, and we've got one. So let's jump back and have a look here from the ABS. So the key statistics. The Consumer Price Index rose 1.6% this quarter. Over the 12 months to September 2020, the CPI rose 0.7%. Childcare was the most significant rise, contributing 0.9 percentage points to the headline CPI quarterly movement, following the end of free childcare on the 13th of July. It just shows you how ludicrous it was to allow a temporary government measure to, well, influence this. I can understand exactly why they did it, but, you know, it's going to paint a false picture, perhaps. So this is all group CPI quarterly change, and you can see that drastic fall we had there. And now it's shot right back up again. Now, so let's go through this breakdown. The weighted average of 8 capital cities, all groups. So, and let's focus on, we've got quarter to quarter and year to year. All groups CPI is 1.6, quarter to quarter. So that's from the last quarter to this quarter. And then from last year to this year, it's up 0.7%. Food and non-alcoholic beverages. Oh, fantastic. They're up. Or they're down quarter to quarter. But from this time last year, they're up 3.8%. This is the one that I feel is a little bit more useful to us as a measure. Because, well, over time, you know, it's subtle. It subtly creeps up. Does everyone feel like food is getting more expensive? Let me know in the comments, guys, because I certainly do. Then good old alcohol and tobacco. It's gone up 8.1% year on year. Clothing and footwear is down 0.5%. Housing is down 0.2%. There you go, look, it's at 0%. Change month on month. Furniture, house equipment and services. Sure, it's just gone up this last quarter, 12%, but on year, it's still down 0.1%. Just shows you how nuts it all is, isn't it? Health is down, was up 1% from last year. Transport is up 3.4% from the last quarter, but down year on year. So over the year, we're still better off with transport. Maybe we're saving a whole lot of money. Or not going anywhere. Communication is down on the quarter and down on the year, 3.3%. I mean, communication has really gotten a lot cheaper. This is kind of why I'm disappointed. They've set up the NBN, and now we've got another government monopoly controlling a big part of our internet here. Fantastic. You think they would have learned from telecom, but oh well. Recreation and culture, it's up quarter on quarter, but down from the last year, 0.7%. Education is up in both measures. Insurance and financial services is up in both. And you've got the analytical series, all groups, CPI seasonally adjusted, 1.5% and 0.7% year on year. So what's new this quarter? Two spotlight articles are included in this release: CPI exclusion and CPI underlying inflation measures. Keep going down. Let's have a look. So here's the weighted average of 8 capital cities, % change from previous quarters. This is just showing you, look at that. Household is the biggest change. And food and alcohol has gone a little cheaper, but what's more important, looking at this figure or looking at the year-on-year figure, guys? Oh, fantastic. It's gotten cheaper. It's just gone up 8% from last year. Well, no. 8.1% from last year. Fantastic. Food's gone a little bit cheaper, but it's still 3.4% higher than the year before. So, here's the capital city comparison. So we can see from the last quarter, Sydney's up 1.8%, Melbourne 0.9%, Brisbane 2.3%, Adelaide 1%, Perth 1.8%, Hobart 1%, Darwin 1.7%, Canberra 2.3%. So Brisbane and Canberra, we've got the highest changes since the last month. Could that be perhaps why I'm feeling it here in Brisbane? Noticing the increases and everything. Everything seems to be getting more and more expensive. It really just does. You know, I know that's anecdotal, but still. So the consumer price index rose 1.6% in the September quarter in original terms and 1.5% in seasonally adjusted terms. Annually, the CPI rose 0.7%. At the all group levels, all capital cities saw increases ranging from 0.9% in Melbourne, well, no one could do anything in Melbourne, to 2.3% in Brisbane and Canberra. Furnishings, household equipment and service rose in all capital cities due to childcare, following the end of free childcare on the 13th of July. Differences in the capital city movements in the all groups level can largely be explained by differences in the weight of childcare in each city. Well, that's interesting. So the calls for childcare to be free are going to be, well, unfairly felt by different parts of the nation. So childcare weighted, so Sydney is 1.5, then Melbourne 0.95, Brisbane. So Brisbane, we're right up there. We want that childcare. But look who's leading the pack, everyone. Canberra, 1.68. And then Darwin at 1.24. And you've got Perth and Adelaide and Hobart. So, yeah, I'm not surprised Sydney's right up there. And, well, Melbourne, you've got their economies completely locked down. And look at those changes. The weighted average of the 8 capital cities down 26.3%. Transport rose in all capital cities due to the price rises in automotive fuel as global demand saw a partial return, and global production fell. Automotive fuel increases range from 0.1% in Darwin to 11.1% in Melbourne. 11.1% in Melbourne, and Hobart was the only city to record a fall. Education rose in most capital cities due to preschool and primary education following the discontinuation of free childcare, affecting both and after-school care. Preschool and primary education increases range from 0.2% in Hobart to 19.2% in Sydney. Wow. Annually, at the all-group level, 7 capital cities saw rises, ranging from 0.3% in Sydney to 1.7% in Hobart. The only offsetting city was Darwin. So here we have and there you go. We can just see. And the capital city highlights. I mean, it's flying, guys. We'll keep scrolling on all of this. And I'll link to this if you want to go through all of the data in yourself. So this is September trimmed mean weighted average. I mean, the problem is the things that they include and don't include in this measure of inflation. We have a look. It's a consumer price index. If we have a look at all the different items here, some of them are going to have more of an impact on others. Like international flights being cheaper are going to have less of an impact, but they're going up, so then they can have an impact as well. So really, I think the most important one for the average punter to watch is food, alcohol, tobacco. They're two that are really important: housing, furnishing, and clothing. These ones here. We have a look at the movement of these ones. That's what we want to keep an eye on. I think food is getting more and more expensive. We're going to start seeing that. There's discussions of shortages in other parts of the world. There's logistical issues. I just did a video recently where there's a 55% increase in the cost of shipping container transportation. So you're seeing all of these elements start to come in and slowly influence inflation. Now, they want inflation at the Reserve Bank. They want to encourage it because it helps, it helps the economy move. It's like the oil, the lubricant, to keeping the economy rolling. If you're suddenly thinking, "Oh, I'm losing more and more money," I'll just spend it. But we'll have to see, everyone. What do you think? Are you at all surprised that we've seen this big jump in inflation? Are you noticing that food is now more expensive than it was last year? Or what about alcohol and tobacco? Do you like a beer or a drink or a smoke? Are you noticing it's getting hit too? Maybe it'd be good if they just reduce some of the taxes and excises and portions of money that go to the government. All those voluntary donations that we make when we buy a beer to the government. Wouldn't that be nice? Anyway, Let me know your thoughts and opinions, everyone. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you're a fan and want to support the content I create here, there are a few ways you can. You can join us on YouTube or Patreon. You can support us using our affiliate links at Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or Kucoin. You can buy a merch from HeiseSays, use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint, or support us via PayPal. Take care, guys. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.